Yo, what's up, everybody? Are we live? Why am I so punched in? Yo, I had to go crazy on trying to figure out how to do this. And I'm literally not technologically challenged at all, but you would think otherwise. Okay, yeah, there we go. What's up, guys? Let me know if you can hear me and see me in the chat. Anyone? Yo, chat. Is it just me in here? Am I talking to myself? Okay, that makes it even worse. Okay, bam. How's that? You guys see me? Maybe it's just very delayed. I think that could be it too. The chat could just be very delayed. Yo. I'm hearing you in only one headphone, bruh. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. Here's the thing. If I go like this, you can probably see, right? You can probably hear me now better. Yeah. All right. We'll just do it like this then. Okay. So let me see in the chat if you guys are ready. Now there's like a super long delay. How are you doing? I'm doing perfect, brother. I'm doing perfect. You see outside in the window, it's a really beautiful day. It's like the first nice day we've had in a long time. So I might go outside, go for a walk, but either way, I don't know. Great day. You got to enjoy the little things, you know? Yes, now we can hear. Okay, perfect. Guys, today I want to start with what we're not going over. Today, we are not going over, here's how to prospect on Instagram. Here's how you find a good prospect to outreach to, and then you're going to go and click the little suggestion icon, and you're going to find more people just like that. I'm going to go ahead and assume that you already know the absolute bare bones basics, all right? Here's what this live is going to be about. You guys have been asking, you guys want to know. Here is the thesis, here's the bottom line. Actually, yes, I actually, before I get into that, I need to ping Discord. I completely forgot to ping Discord. Let's see, Discord. Is there a live going in? There is. There's a boot camp live going on at the exact same time as now. That's okay. Whatever. I guess we could have checked that beforehand, but that's all right. So let's see. Welcome to the server. Oh, that's all members. Okay. Yo, we live at everyone. Boom. I kept this live kind of low key. I didn't post about it too much, but those who see it and those who are here, you guys know what to do. You guys know what it is. All right. It sent me a message on. Okay, yeah. Are you going to take down the vid after the live or what? It's going to be interesting, right? So I'll tell you exactly what we're doing. So this is not one of those basic classes where, I teach you guys how to outreach from scratch. You guys should kind of already know a little bit about how to do that. Now, if you don't, that's all right. That's all right, but this is still what you're going to need to know. Here's the thesis of this video. Yes, this is exactly where I was. The thesis of this video is simply the fact that it is now 2026, right? It is now 2026. And a lot of the stuff in 2026, let's say some of the stuff from 2025 works even better than it did. And some of the stuff from 2025 doesn't work at all anymore. So I would say that this is probably the biggest year for copywriting in general. So without any further ado, man, let me see in the chat if you guys are ready to go. And I'm going to go ahead and go through I guess we call it the curriculum, today's curriculum, right? And as I go through, I'm going to be going through the chat as well. Now, I'm not that ambidextrous, right? I can't have like one eyeball over on the chat and one eyeball over here giving you guys value. So in short, we are just going to go into it. And if you guys have any questions, things that you want to talk about, go and say it in the chat. And at the end, I will definitely leave a good amount for questions. This isn't going to be a long one. This is going to be like a quick, boom. Here's what's different. Here's what's changing. And also on top of that, guys, I have so many crazy resources here for you guys that is absolutely insane. So a lot of these resources are some of the ones that I've actually had from 4DCI before. A lot of them are outreach scripts. If you don't know what to say, if you're kind of lost a little bit, All of these are going to take you to exactly where you need to go. I have a ton of Loom videos that implement a lot of new, this is the Loom library that I just created, that implement a whole bunch of brand new strategies and thought processes, but we're going to get to those shortly, right? If you stick around to the end, I'm going to give you access to all of these. Not in the starter kit or anything. I'm just going to give it to you guys here on this live right here, right now. And that's pretty much the only time I really see myself really giving out. So all those 8 amazing resources there as well. Now, today, I want to show you exactly what you're going to walk away with. One is the complete tiered outreach system. Right? This is something that I shared. This entire presentation is something that I shared with the 40CI guys a little bit earlier. Actually, I shared it with them last year, if you know what I'm saying. So I shared this with the 40CI guys last year. It was realistically only like 2 weeks ago. And this is the stuff that is the new updated strategy, right? Outreach just got a big old DLC drop, and this is what we're learning. Right? The complete tiered outreach system and templates that you can implement today in order to get quick clients and whale clients, right? So I'm gonna break it down a little bit more, but the main problem is this, right? People ask these sorts of questions that are very, very broad. Should I send the free value first? Should I spend 45 minutes on creating the free value in order to get a client? Well, in short, your outreach should be the same level of quality as the potential client that you were outreaching to. Now, I've been saying this for a while, but with the tiered outreach system, it's more systematic. So we'll go into it. Next is Ultra Looms. Ultra Looms are, let me show you. I'll just show you. I could just tell you, but I'll just show you. Gamma Ultra Loom example. This is an Ultra Loom, okay? Now, again, I'm going to give you guys access to all this so you can make a copy. But instead of just sending over the Loom video, here's the problem with just sending over a Loom. You send them over the link, right? Then you have to wait till they watch it. Then if they watch it, they're going to say, hey, man, this is cool. When can we set up a call? Then you have to send over your book a call link on the Calendly. Sometimes they'll be like, let's see a portfolio. And then you got to send them your portfolio. Sometimes they'll be like, all right, well, send me a test project. And then you got to send them a test project. Whereas in an asset like this, I have the video right here. I have the headline right here. I have the document, which shows the value that I created for them right here. I have this, they can see my schedule right there. They don't even have to, my schedule is right there. Yeah, here's the doc. It basically looks like a landing page, right? And you can just make this on Gamma. Some credentials. You know I had to throw some humor in there as well. Some more credentials, some more examples of what I can do. You can put Miro boards in here. You can put another CTA, and then you can put links to your socials. Bam. And there's also so much more that you can do than that. Like this is just like a starter template that you could like start with, but I have a lot of other examples and things that I'm going to be getting into. But we're gonna go into Ultra Looms. That's just one little part of it, right? All right, we gotta lock in. Seriously, y'all gotta lock in. We send in full on landing pages in 2026. The value is the value threshold has gone so much higher up, right? Now, man, I just have so much to say, but I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep rolling. Ultra Looms and how to send them. And then finally is 8 different client getting resources, the ones that I just showed you. I'm going to be giving them all to you. Some of them I haven't even showed you yet. And within the next couple of days, right? So today is only day 1. There's 3 days of this. There's 3 days of this. Right? I'm going to tell you guys what the other 2 days are. So tomorrow at 7:30 EST, right? That's basically 30 minutes before right now, I believe. Declan is breaking down the exact system that he uses to land consistent 3 to 5K per month retainers with e-commerce brands by doing their creative strategy, right? Here's what he's teaching: how to position yourself as a creative strategist and not just another copywriter. The exact offer structure that makes 5K a month feel like a no-brainer to brands that are like 50K per month on ads. That's what they're spending. How to find e-commerce brands that actually have the budget to understand the value of what you do. And real examples from Declan's clients' work and what worked, what didn't, and why. Right? Everything about, I guess, his experience. Creative strategy is one of the highest paying applications in copywriting in 2026. All it is, right? If you're just like creative strategy, what the heck is that? What is that? It's just writing ads. All you do is write the ads and create the ads. Ads are just a system of testing things that have worked for other people. And as long as you have some someone to create tons of ads for you to test. Some people are testing like 30, 50, 100 different ads per month. They want to test all of them to see if they get one that hits out of the park, then they can run that ad like crazy, increase their return on ad spend, and make more money. So this is the system. Then we have Sunday, the Lord's Day. George is revealing the exact strategy he used to land Iman Gadzhi as a client. Here's what he's going to be teaching. Among a lot of other whale clients, he's going to basically be showing you guys how to close whale clients. Someone in the chat said, how long should it take max to create free value? Well, when you were talking about max, it's an interesting one, right? You don't want it to take a long time. Here's the thing. You want it to be the highest possible perceived effort and the lowest possible actual effort. And the bigger that delta is, the better your outreach is because it's more efficient and it's more effective. But we're going to be getting into it. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of myself. All right. George is going to be teaching on Sunday the year-long follow-up strategy that he used in order to close Iman, how he positioned himself as the complete solution instead of just another service provider, another copywriter, another freelancer, the exact messages that he sent that year, what worked, what didn't, how he actually followed up, and of course, how to structure the deals with high-level clients like this. So one whale client can literally change your whole career. George went from being a good copywriter who's been working with good clients before to the guy who writes for Iman. Now he's the guy who writes for Iman. Now he's the guy who, he sent over a screenshot the other day of him just on a call with Iman. It was weird. I was like, bro, is this AI? Did you AI this? And he didn't. He was just legit on the call, bro. It was crazy. All right. That one client obviously opened a lot of doors to him. A lot of other high-level clients now want to know and see what he has to say because, again, the one sentence is just, I've worked with Iman. And the clients will be like banging their credit card on the table, be like, oh, bro, come with me too. So without any further ado, man, let's get started. Let me read the chat really quick. 32-hour course. Maybe. It might be time. What do you guys say? It might be time. Although I don't know. I think it would hurt. Oh yeah. Someone said, is it going to be the boot camp or what? Yeah. These last 2 days are going to be boot camp exclusive events. And the other thing is that they are going to go live. And if you join the boot camp before they're over, then you get them forever. You get the recordings. But the people who join after, unfortunately, are not going to be able to access the recordings. We want to keep this exclusive. We want to keep this not so that everybody can have it. We want to keep it so that only a small portion of well-deserving copywriters are able to use these strategies and win with them. So let's get started. Now, here's the problem, right? I get these questions on a daily, not even daily, like a minutely basis. Most copywriters send the same quality outreach to everyone, right? They do outreach. They send outreach. Oh, my outreach is I ask a guy if he wants 3 emails. He says yes, and then I send him 3 emails. I ask a guy if he wants a loom. He says yes, and then I send over a loom. When in reality, the best outreach is the one that covers all the bases. I'm not really going to go off the slides, man. I'm not going to lie. I created all these slides to keep my train of thought, but I already know what I'm going to say, so I'm just going to go off the slides. If you're sending the same outreach to everyone, you're wasting time somewhere. Because the big clients, I'm talking about the clients that get outreach to on a daily basis. They've seen it all. They get sent loom videos all the time, right? The whale clients. They're not going to be impressed with you asking, hey, bro, can I send you a loom? They don't care. They have so many people asking to send them a loom. They're never going to say yes. Never, ever going to say yes. So what should you do instead? You should send them some value upfront. Don't ask for the loom. Just give them a loom. Not only just a loom video, but even more value than that, an ultra loom. Don't worry, we're going to get into what those are and how to make them in a second. But then what about the clients that, you can't just do that. Because if it takes you 10 hours to make an amazing deliverable piece of value, it shouldn't take you 10 hours. But let's say it takes you 1 hour, then you shouldn't be just only doing that. And then you're able to spend send 5 outreaches a day. That's not good. Right? What if you want some quick clients, some of the lower tier or the mid-tier clients? Well, those are the clients where you do want to go up to them and ask, hey, can I send you a loom video? So that is what tiered outreach even is. That's why it's important. It's important because it casts the wide net for the smaller fish, quote unquote, the less wide net for the mid-tier fish, right? And you're spear fishing for the whales, for the sharks, for the big fish. And that's how it works. And that's why it's important. But here's how to do it. So that's basically the core concept. I already I already explained all that. All right, tier 1. This is the lowest tier. This is a volume outreach. Right now, I want to give this a caveat. This doesn't mean outreach to brokies. Never outreach to brokies. Right, but like below small fish, we have like minnows, we have like guppies, we have like algae. I don't know. I'm done with the sea metaphors. I can't really come up with any more. But we have useless clients with nothing. They who cares? We don't want the useless clients around. They can't even pay you. They're not even making any money. So don't target them. I'm talking about people who are making under 400K a year, under 500K a year, which is like 50 to 60K per month, 40, 50, 60K per month. You're not outreaching to people who are making 5K or 10K per month, right? That goes without saying. It's for the guys that are a little bit smaller. Now, they're easier to land. There's a little bit less competition. They respond faster, and they're proof of concept. So you might be able to get some testimonials, some case studies, and just some small clients in general. Maybe they'll pay you $500, $1,000, $1,500, right? I don't know about you guys, but I'm cool with that. That's not too bad. And most people think, right, oh, well, why I should only go after the big clients. Why shouldn't I just go after the huge clients? And of course, you would think that, but it's not really true. Especially when you're first starting out, because big clients are great, but they're slow and they're picky, right? It took George a year to close Iman. It took him less time to close some other big clients. But still, right, the big ones are going to be picky and slow. So that's why you want to at least have like 2 tiers where you're outreaching to all the low-hanging fruit, but then you're also optimizing for the people who are a little bit harder to get as well. And those are your long-term clients. Those are the ones that you're going for the long term. You could call high-tier outreach Dream 100 as well. I've heard it called that in like the agency space, where you pick just 100 dream clients and you just hammer them all with value over and over and over again. But again, since we're just starting out, we don't just want to do that and miss out on all the low-hanging fruit. Now, what makes it tier 1? What makes it more volume? You're quick to write, so it takes you maybe 2 minutes. It's personalized enough to not feel spammy. There's a clear value proposition, and it's a low investment but a decent return. Right? It's the volume play. Then you have mid-tier outreach. Right? This is the level up a little bit. It's like, okay, now they're making $1 to $5 million a year. They're making some pretty decent money. They have some pretty professional teams, 5 to 20 people. And you're targeting them obviously because they have a real budget. These are the guys who can pay you $2K, $3K per month, and you're working for them. They understand the value of good marketing, and they're willing to pay for quality. Right? This is, if you're just starting out and you've had no clients before, you're probably going to want to stick with tier 1 and tier 2 outreach and just go with those. Bam, 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 bam. Now, don't worry, we're going to get a little bit deeper on exactly what that would look like. Now, people think if I just work harder on tier 1, which is the small people, you'll eventually get tier 2 clients. And this is a big misconception because this gets people trapped in just working for and trying to close nothing but nightmare clients, or just bad clients, or just like high touch point clients. High touch point clients is where you're making 3K per month, but you still have to work like 40, 50, 60 hours a week just for that one client. And they basically want you full time. And that is far from optimal, especially if you're trying to get up to those 6-figure numbers. And for the guys who don't have any clients, they'll be like, oh man, I'd be so down with that. But you will be so surprised at how quickly you can outgrow clients, where like you're working with them and it's like, you're making some decent money, but you're working way too much, way too many hours. I have a couple of guys who joined 40CI who did that exact same thing. They joined like 2 or 3 months later, they're making 5-ish K per month, but they're just completely tapped out on time. Their clients are literally just running them. And it sounds really awesome when you're first starting out, but then eventually you're like, all right, I got to trade up clients. I need to get some low touch point clients in here. So that's what I mean. The strategic play here, right, is that you don't send nothing but mid-tier because, again, you're going to miss out on the low tier and the high tier. So these are ones that are going to take you like 5 to 10 minutes per each prospect, maybe even up to 30 minutes to send them an outreach. And the strategic play here is that you want to send about 5 to 7 of these per day, for example. Now, these, again, are going to change on your scenario. So for the guy that I just mentioned, for example, he only wants a really, really high-paying, low-touch point client where we're trying to get him like a 4K per month, like 20 hours per week deal. And if we're going to be able to do that, we only have to send like mostly high-tier outreach and some mid-tier outreach, and that's it, right? We don't even want to mess around with it. So these are kind of interchangeable based on your based on your scenario, based on your situation. Now, moving on. Tier 3, the high tier. This is the ultra looms. This is the premium play. This is the big boys. You guys have heard of looms. We all know looms. Now, remember when I first started this, I was telling you guys, the things that worked in 2025, a lot of things work better. A lot of things don't work anymore. And a lot of things are honestly just way more different. They're just way different. You have to reuse them. You have to learn how to be innovative. And this is a big one where you need to learn how to be innovative. It doesn't cut it anymore. If you are making loom videos or something saying, hey man, so I looked at your headline. Man, and I think if you change that one word around, you can make a lot more money. So if you want me to do that for you and you want to pay me for that, like, you know, book a call. This is the wrong approach. This is the wrong approach for a few reasons. First of all, it's not really ROI focused. And second of all, it's ran through. Everybody's tried it. Everybody's done it. Everybody's sent one. It's not that good. It's not very good. We have much better offers here in 2026. And I have so many examples. Guys, look at how many examples I have. Look at how many examples I have of Loom videos. It's nuts. I have so many Loom video examples. Miro boards and outreach messages and everything else. So I'm not going to get ahead of myself, but those are the things we're going to be going into really quickly. Is it best to start with target outreach as a beginner? Yeah, as a beginner, I would say that you'd want to start with low tier and mid tier, right? So do a little bit where you're like really mass producing outreach, like you're trying to send 20 to 25 per day, but a couple where you're a little bit more targeted, just a little bit more targeted per day, like 5 to 7, where you might make a Loom video or send somebody some emails or send somebody a deliverable more upfront before they've even replied. But don't worry, because that's what this chart is for. This chart is for like what you want to do and how you want to do in the exact sequence of orders of things that you want to do it in. But again, we're not there yet. Not there yet. I got you guys. So yes. Tier 3, ultra looms. Very self-explanatory. These are for the guys who are making $5 million plus, right? These are your 9-figure businesses. These are opportunities that are worth 5K plus per month. The big boys, the big dogs, the ones that actually really matter. All this stuff, right? They're looking for someone who clearly understands their business, who actually is putting a whole bunch of effort forward. And that's what you were doing in this. So quick recap and explanation. This is kind of what it looks like. It's very simple. Now I'm going to get to the visual representation, which is this one right here. So you start a new day. You have 24 hours. What should you do? You need to start with your low tier outreach. This is very simple. It's a sequence of events. You might send openers to 20 different people to get replies in their, which means that you get in their main inbox. This could be a simple story reply or anything, but you want it to be a spear opener. You want it to be short, personalized, and expecting a response. You can't just message them and say, hey, bro, you're awesome. There's no question at the end of that. There's nothing for them to answer to that. They might just double tap and like your message, but there's nothing that's going to happen. So when they post a story, just like anybody, any human in the world, what are they looking for? They're looking for validation, right? If I post a video of me flexing or like a gym progress pic, right, I'll probably look through the replied because I'm just interested to see. Some people are going to be haters anyway and be like, bro, you're not that strong. Other people are going to be like, yo, bro, that's sick. Same when I'm playing guitar and I put that on my story. So if they put something interesting or personal even on their Instagram story, they're going to be looking for replies. They're going to be looking through their inbox. So you ask them like a quick question, say something interesting, relate to something that they've said. They are always going to reply to that 9 times out of 10. Now that they've replied to you, you're in their primary inbox and they'll get notified and you're in a much better position to send them an outreach. But you don't want to send them an outreach right away. Instead, you want to let it marinate for 24 to 48 hours, meaning leave it and don't message back. Then you want to make a strong and unique value offer. A strong and unique value offer. What this is not, actually, I'll go right into this document because I got documents, I got everything. So we're gonna go, let me see, like this, like that. So many squares on screen right now. And we're gonna back up a little bit. So this is just a complete free value doc. This is everything about free value offers, what kind of free values should you offer, how to offer them, et cetera, et cetera. So the free value approach. I'll just go over this small part. Here's what not to do. What not to do is say something like, hey man, my name is Jeff and I'm reaching out to you as an appointment setter. Although I'm 21 years old in my third year of college, currently based in Manila with no prior experience. It's like, I don't care. Don't give these people an exposition on who you are before you even offer them any value. They don't care. It's silly. Next guy. Oops. He says, hey Tyson, I came across your profile and I really like your niche. Your niche and your strong expertise as copywriting coach, especially how you help others craft persuasive messages that convert. I'm reaching out because I help coaches, course creators, and service providers consistently add a blah, 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 blah. So it's way too long. So like, here's the thing, right? Here's one of the biggest takeaways that you need to know. Business owners are not stupid. Business owners are not stupid. I know you're sending me an outreach. They know you're sending, save the compliment. Just save it. Save it. I promise you, I don't need it. Yo, Tyson, saw some easy things you could add to your sales pipeline, which could add at least $50K to your bank account every month. Let me know if I can send over what I spotted, brother. Yo, bro, can I send you a 5-minute video? Can I send you a 5-minute video? I mean, I'm not even going to read that. Who reading all that? Ain't nobody reading all that. So here's what you should do. This is why I have the ChatGPT link right here. Now, this is the prompt that I gave it, and I said this. These are all crappy outreach messages because they're beating around the bush, trying to act genuine. But as a business owner, we know exactly what this is. There's no point in trying to hide that you're outreaching. So just be upfront, witty, relatable, likable, and make an actual offer of value instead of something vague like, I have an idea that can make you X money. Speak their language. Talk about how you'll actually get them results. What results you'll get. I'll get you 20 plus qualified book sales calls by getting more of your viewers to opt into your funnel and consume more of your content, for example. Make it 2 columns. On the left side is the message, and on the right side breaks down why it works. Make it witty, clever, and add in some humor as well. Give me some variations. That is the prompt that I gave it. That is the prompt that I gave it. We'll go through a couple of these. And this, I'm telling you guys, this is the angle that's taking 2026. It's no longer beating around the bush and like trying to pretend like, hey man, I just stumbled across your video and like, I think it's fate that I met you because I wanted to send you value. And no. Hey Tyson, quick heads up. This is cold outreach. No pretending that we randomly cross paths. Or I help creators with strong content turn existing viewers into 20 to 30 plus qualified leads and sales calls per month without ads or posting more. Interesting. Let's go some more down here. Some of these are good. Some of them aren't so much. But the reason as to why I gave you guys a ChatGPT prompt instead of just like a document with templates in it is because you guys can then go copy this prompt or copy this chat right here and then ask it for some more things. So if there's something you don't like about it or there's something else that you want, you can go and ask it. So it's infinite amounts of variations. Now, something to note, this is AI, right? So some of them are going to be hit or miss. And also don't make it sound like AI. So take all these stupid end dashes out and make it sound human, right? I'm going to skip the song and dance. This is an outreach, right? If someone were to send me a straight up message being like, hey, this is outreach. I help people achieve X result by doing Y. Can I send you a 3-minute personalized Loom video on how I do that? I would be so much more susceptible to just saying, yeah, sure. Let's see what you got. Rather than you trying to act like you, I don't even know. Anyways. Oh, yes. Anyways, I got down such a rabbit hole right there. Let me go back to this. Right. So you know what a unique value offer is, a UVO. If they accept and they're like, yeah, sure, send me the whatever it is. Then you create them a Loom video. Hopefully they'll like it and you get on a call with them and close them, right? That's low tier. Most people know that. Then we have mid tier. This is the more upfront. This is where you're not asking permission to send the value. You send an opener, they reply, you send a Loom video upfront. After their first reply, point out the fact that you didn't ask them and you just sent the video straight up, kind of just like this. So another chat that I have right here, I'll go up to the top. I could say something like, I'm going to be upfront. This is outreach. No quick question nonsense. No fake compliment. I already recorded a 3-minute video breaking down how you can get 20 plus qualified sales calls per month by tightening your content funnel on opt-in flow. And here's the link. Or I'll skip the fake, hope you're well, skip the fake compliment opener. I sent you a Loom. Straight up, I help creators. Yeah, that's kind of like the offer. This is the part where most people say, hey man, can I send you a Loom? I skipped that step and just sent it because I don't want to waste your time. Here's the Loom video. These responses work wonders every single time, and especially if you have a good Loom. And the reason why is because, again, people just want you to be direct. They don't want to be the flirtatious, like, I don't know, you're trying to trick me or something. I'm a business owner, made millions of dollars online. You're going to come over here like you're, like, I don't know. You think you're going to do some marketing magic on me. Just send me the Loom video, and if it's good, I'll hire you. All right, that's high tier. I don't mean to roast you, but I mean, like, yeah. You send the opener, and then instead of sending just the Loom video, you send way more value than just a Loom video. It's super simple. It's super simple. A Loom video and value combo, right? That's what an Ultra Loom is. And while we're even on the topic, why don't we just get into Ultra Looms right now? How to make prompts like this. So I just freestyled the prompt, to be honest. I just told it exactly what I wanted. I told it what was wrong. So let's go back and reverse engineer these really, really quickly. I told it what was wrong with these outreach messages. These are all crappy. I told it why they were wrong. I pointed out what I do like instead. Then I told it to make a 2-column format where on the left, it gives me the message, and on the right, it tells me why it works. I've been into the 2-column format thing lately. As you can see, I'm like absolutely, I go crazy on these, right? I'm like in here tinkering with it. I just used my voice. I don't know how else to say. The best way to come up with these prompts is to follow me and make sure you get all of the resources that I give out, because all of these are going to be inside the resources. That's the best way I can explain it. Now, as far as the Ultra Loom goes, so I have a headline. I also have a Loom video that you can play right here inside of the Gamma. So what does this look like? This looks like a landing page. This is like a VSL. Oh, okay, cool. Tyson, here's the offer. Here's something else about the offer. So you have like a headline and a deck copy sort of thing. And I figured I'd skip the I'm good at copywriting speech and just prove it. I wrote a few emails in your voice below. Right here is where he can go to see the emails. Now there's no emails in here. This is just a placeholder, but bam. Then he's going to go down. Now, mind you, most business owners don't even get any value in their DMs at all. Most of the time, when I say, yeah, sure, send me over your Loom video, they ghost. They don't even send anything because they're lazy or they quit. Some people send me crappy Loom videos, but if someone were to send me this, and this is what I mean by high perceived value. How long do you think it took somebody to make this? The answer, not very long. All you have to do is go up here to File. You go right here to duplicate this Gamma, right there, duplicate it. You change the video, you change the name in the front, and you can just use the same thing over and over again. You're just using the exact same thing. You change the emails, but you template that. You change the Loom video, but you template that. I mean, it's literally clockwork. I could send out 10 of these a day, and people will think it took me like 3 days of work to just create the one thing, but it really didn't. Super easy, super simple. Embedded my Calendly link in there. I'll help you land, whatever, and then click below to book a quick call. Still not sure? That's okay. Let me earn your attention. Who should you care? Why? Or who am I and why should you care? Well, here are some of the things that I've been able to do. Side note, I also work with my 2 business partners, photo right here. Aren't they beautiful? This is Pico and Momo. Results I've gotten for my own YouTube channel. Here's some examples of some of the things I can do. This is a YouTube video. This might be like a longer Loom video, like a 10-minute thing if they want to go in and look in more. So notice the flow here. The flow here is basically exactly like a landing page, right? What do people do when they come to a landing page? They usually don't watch the whole video all the way through. They look through it, they skim through it. They're like, all right, who's this guy? Why should I care? And it just answers all the questions that naturally pop into their head. And that's what this does. And then if they want to go and learn more, they can go see my YouTube or my Instagram. Bam. Perfect. Now you guys know the tiered outreach system, the low tier, the mid tier, the high tier. You've seen the Ultra Loom, you've seen most of it. Now, I got ahead of myself, but then you have Ultra Looms. I'm going to show you a couple more examples actually that are very interesting. This is another one that someone actually sent me. And this one's a lot worse. This was a lot worse than the one that I made, but this is what kind of gave me the idea, right? He sent me this. I mean, these are honestly really bad results. Like, bro sent me this. He got 53 subscribers, and he's like, yeah, man, like I can blow up your YouTube. I got 100 hours of watch time. Bro, look at this graph, bro. You got like 5 viewers. Anyways, I'm not roasting, dude. Everybody starts somewhere, so by all means. But I like how some of this stuff looks. This stuff kind of looks like, oh, wow, interesting, right? I definitely think I could swipe some of this. Like, okay, interesting. Yeah. Cool testimonials. You guys should be getting some ideas, right? That's what this really is about. You guys getting ideas so you can think, like, okay, I need to create one of these Ultra Looms. I need to add some of this stuff in it. I think this was like probably my favorite thing in here. This is really cool. This is interesting. So it's like, here's what you get with us. Here's what you get with these other things. Boom. That's their example. Here's another one. Now there's this long example of a super loom. This is something that someone else did who's an agency owner. And in short, I'm not going to play the whole thing, but it is very, very, very high production. Like, bro basically made a whole entire movie. Only the 40CI guys really know about that. But you guys are going to get the links to all this so you can watch it on your own time afterwards if you would like to. Yeah, perfect. So they usually have a few components in the Ultra Loom. The first one is the Loom video, which is going to be about 3 to 5 minutes. You guys should know how to make a Loom video. By all means, if you don't know the new, and I mean like the new, like 2026 cutting edge ways of making Loom videos, then you're going to need to look at something like this, right? The 4D Loom library, something you guys are going to need to watch all of these looms 100% through, take notes and copy them. Now, I usually don't tell people to copy the stuff, but do like straight up copy this stuff, steal this stuff, use it to get clients because it's working right now and it's super important that you implement it. I'm going to have an action plan here at the end of the presentation, so remember that. Component number 2 is the Gamma Doc / landing page. And in the format, I have an example layout here, but we kind of talked about the layout already, right? This is like a written one that you can use. Again, I'm not going to go through everything word for word. Component number 3 is the deliverables. I like to have not only the video, but also some emails that I sent them over as well. And the reason why is because it's like, oh, okay, this guy not only did a video audit of my stuff, but he also made some deliverables. He also made some emails too. This guy just hit it absolutely out of the park. And of course, the headline really says it all. Instead of just telling you that I'm a great copywriter, I would rather show you because I made you some copy right here, right? Again, people want to work with the hardest workers. They want to work with the people who are potential A players. And that's exactly what you're positioning yourself as when you do these things. When to use them. You have to use them sparingly because they're a high risk on your time. You want to use them with dream clients, with whale prospects, on warm leads who have already shown interest, and prospects who have responded positively to other outreach before. You don't want to use them for low budget businesses or companies that just don't really invest in marketing, or just people who are not optimized to close. Right. Now I have a couple other sections here, but I've explained most of it already, right? You want to increase the perceived effort as much as possible, but decrease the actual effort. And that's exactly what these Gamma Doc templates do. They increase the perceived effort, but they drastically drop the actual effort. It's not really that much harder than the Loom video. It's not really that much harder. Now it's time for you guys to take action. Here's exactly what I want you to do. If you guys sit on this and don't do anything about it, you're obviously not going to get any results. But if you follow this step by step, letter by letter, I promise you there's no way that you don't get a client because you are going to be sending better free value than anybody in the entire market. And then I'm going to give you guys the links to all of the awesome resources that we have. And you guys are going to be, and then here's what I want you to do. I literally want you to go up here to up here to this Ultra Loom, go up here to File and duplicate this Gamma. I want you to duplicate this Gamma as soon as you get it. Put your own Loom video in there, put your own headline, put your own copy in there, put all your stuff in there. Maybe change up the theme a little bit so it doesn't look the same as everybody else's. But then use this and send this to clients. and they will be blown away every single time. They will think, oh my goodness. People sometimes, like, they might send like an email, right? It sends like, oh, here's some copy I wrote you. They might send a Loom video. That used to be like, yo, this guy sent a Loom video. He's here. This guy sent me a landing page. Yo. And again, it's so easy. I already made it for you. I already made it for you. So also, don't use my cats though. Don't even think about trying to steal my cats, because those are my business partners. All right. You can use your own business partners. All right, let me get back. Time for action. Here's what you're gonna do today. Right after you hop off this call, this is going to take you 15 minutes. You're going to download all those things that I just showed you. Open all the links on your tabs on your Google Chrome or whatever browser you use. Next, you're going to build your prospect list, and you're going to divide them into 3 tiers. Now, you should already be using prospect lists. If you're not already, you need to be. If you don't know where to find them, they are in the free copy starter kit, and they are, all you have to do is search in the search bar. Search in the search bar in the classroom, and you will find them. People comment and message every day, bro, I can't find this, I can't find that. Bro, there's a search bar. You can find it. It's right there. You got this. Figure it out. All right, next. Once you've gathered all the prospects, it's very simple. Step 3 is you're going to outreach to them based on their tiers. I don't know why it says step 4 down here, but you want to outreach to all of them based on their tier. So if they're a low tier, again, you ask them permission to send the Loom. They say yes. Then you send the Loom. Then they want to hire you. If it's a mid tier, you just send the Loom video up front. No landing page, no bells and whistles. But if it's a high tier, then that's where you send the Loom video, the deliverable, the landing page, literally everything. You go crazy with value. Step 5, of course, is to follow up strategically. Now, you guys are going to have questions. And I know at least some of the questions are going to be like, Tyson, if it's a Tuesday at 4 p.m. EST, and I've been following up with this client, and he replied twice, ghosted me once, and he posted on his story, what should I reply? To that, I answer, I don't know. Keep following up, dude. Send him some value. Send him a meme follow-up. I don't know. I won't be able to give you an answer that specific. But if you guys have any questions on principles, on frameworks, on any of the things that you learned here today, please go ahead and ask, and I'll be looking at the chat here as well. After the opener, you sent them the second message. Yo, Two-Door, what's up? I brought Two-Door mod in here. Outreaching, copywriting are different skills. Yeah. Is AI a good tool for this? AI is a great tool for this. You need to be using AI like almost, if not every single step inside of the outreach process. You saw me use it. You saw how I used it. I told it the context, and I told it exactly what to do to give me what I wanted. It's like, hey, dude, here's what I want. I want this type of outreach. Here's what I want it to do. Here's what I don't want it to do. I don't want you to beat around the bush. I don't want you to try to be flirtatious. I want you to be upfront, because here's the other thing. What's going to get you the clients right now, today, especially in 2026, it used to be back in like 2021, 2022. If you are overly cocky and you're overly hypey and you don't beat around the bush, then that's bad, right? Then you're just like, oh, one of these people that are like, offer me something. Get away. I don't like you. But in 2026, it's different. It's like the opposite, where it's like if you come around being like, hey, man, let's connect. They're going to be like, okay, bro, get away from me. You're trying to sell me something. Ironically, if you go to people and are like, hey, you don't know me, but I made you a whole bunch of value because I want to work with you straight up. They're like, I appreciate this guy. I respect this guy. He's not beating around the bush. He's not pretending like he really likes my shirt just to try to sell me something. He's just going to give me some value. That's tight. I like that. But yes, whenever you're stuck on what to say, you can't really figure out, you don't really know, go to AI. Whenever you're building that presentation page, actually, in this presentation page, I use AI everywhere. I use AI for the headline up here, for this line down here. I used AI for that headline right there. I used AI for this copy. I used AI for, not that headline, that was a pretty easy one. I use AI for this stuff too, probably. I use AI for this maybe. Actually, maybe I didn't. I don't know. But yes, you can use AI for like 90% of all of it. And that's how you can come up with good ideas, good angles, good headlines, good value. All of it. You need to be using it and utilizing AI. Tyson, I have an unanswered question. Well, then why didn't you just ask it right there? What do you do? What do a thin percentage recorded looms? What do you think? Oh, percentage of people actually record and send looms consistently to prospects? Dude, 0%. And you think that I'm joking? I'm literally talking about 0%. It's less than 1% who send looms. Here's the thing: is that you're going to have like a I don't think it would be called a confirmation bias, but it would be a very biased view of how many people are sending looms and sending value and outreaching. And the reason why you have a very biased view of it is because you're probably, right, not speaking to you specifically, spending a lot of time online, looking through outreach stuff, looking through copywriting stuff. The vast majority of people ain't outreaching. If you go to the gym and you go up to every single person and go, where's my phone? Go, hey, what's up, brother? How many outreaches did you send today? What do you think they're gonna say? How many what? Outreaching? Reaching where? They have no idea what you're talking about. Most people don't even know what outreach is. Most people don't even know what a Loom video is. All that to say, out of all the copywriters you see online, a very, very small percentage of them are sending outreach, period. A very, very small percentage of them are sending Loom videos. An extremely small percentage of them are sending half-decent Loom videos that look like they give a care, that look like they give a little care, a very small amount. And that's your advantage. And your, I hate to use this term because it's very copywriting, very markety, your unfair advantage in the market is that you're able to make up for maybe you're not that great on camera, or maybe your value is just not that good. But if the perceived effort is high enough, if it looks like this dude spent like a week making this presentation for me, you're getting hired. You're getting hired every time. I've met copywriters who honestly, I didn't think they were that good. The copy was like mediocre. Their English was mediocre. I personally probably wouldn't hire them, to be honest. But they made bank because they didn't quit, because they actually did the outreaches. They actually took the action. And then there have been people who are so freaking good. They're actually talented, but they get in their own way. I've seen it so often. They get in their own way. They're like, yo, Tyson, I don't know why I'm failing. I'm like, how many outreaches did you send? Let me see your Loom videos. It's just, the input is not there. The quality is not there. So hopefully that answers your question. I know it was a long-winded way of answering it, but Tyson, is this video going to stay on your channel? Yeah, it will. Also, you guys asked for the resources. You know what? I'm going to send them out right now. So my friends, oh yeah, here we go. Anyone with link? You have the resources. Actually, I don't know. Do you guys actually want them, or is it just that one guy? Let me know in the chat if you guys want the resources here so that you can use them. Send some Ultra Looms, send some tiered outreach. Just have a little bit more support on your outreach. Get some clients. Become a full-time copywriter in 2026. If any of those things interest you. I mean, I don't know if you guys are really here for that, really into that sort of thing. All right. I see the chat going crazy. Here you go. Bam. Please talk about niche. I have lots of videos on niche, my friend. Yeah, just go to YouTube, Tyson4D, and then search up niche, and I have lots of niche videos there. Don't worry, guys. I got you. Chat keeps going crazy. Anyways, guys, like I said, tomorrow and the day after. So tomorrow we have Declan. The day after we have Mr. George. Declan is going to be talking to you guys about creative strategy and how to implement that into your copywriting journey. And then George has a class about closing whale clients like he did with Iman Gadzi and a whole bunch of other super huge high-tier clients. So I'm really looking forward to those. I myself am going to be showing up and taking some notes myself. But yeah, those are going to be in the private bootcamp community. Now, in this right here's the link to the 4D bootcamp community just at the bottom right there. If you guys are interested, go ahead and click that. But I hope you guys got some value. And please, if you do anything today, just take action on what I said. Just take action on what I said. Genuinely try it, and you will make money. I'm telling you, it's so much easier than you're making it out to be in your head. It is going to be 10 times easier. You're going to do the first one, and you're going to be like, oh my God, why on earth was I stalling? Was I waiting? Was I procrastinating? Was I beating myself up? And then you're going to do your second one. And you'll be like, that was even easier than the first one. And then you're going to batch them. You're going to make 5 a day. You're going to make 10 a day. Then you're going to start getting actual replies and some crazy replies from big clients, and your heart's going to flutter. You're going to be like, this copywriting thing is actually real. This outreach is actually cooking. And when you do that, just send me a DM or like comment on one of my videos, because I want to see you guys win. I'll celebrate with you. I can't wait to celebrate with you. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. That's the YouTube live. I'll see you guys, some of you guys, tomorrow and the next day in the boot camp.